Sai Ram to all. Regarding periodic test first, which will held in the month of July in this month, and in the fourth week of this month, and the mathematics paper you will get on 24. And which kind of questions we are getting in the periodic test first, then the MCQ questions we are getting, fill in the blanks we are getting, true false question, and maybe there will be also the short answer type question, means 1 marks questions are there. And regarding MCQ questions, 4 options are given, and this we know, out of that 4 we have to mark the correct one. But we are in class 10th, and if you are writing the answers of MCQ questions, then you have to solve that question first. Without solving, if you are guessing the answers, then sometime we are incorrect. For this reason, solve the question first and then write the correct answer, or you may tick mark the correct answer if the options are given, because we are going to organize the online paper. Then you have to mark a tick in that. Regarding fill in the blanks, this is based on your knowledge and remembering what we have learned in the chapters, and on the basis of that, the questions are given and a blank is there, blank maybe 1 or 2, then you have to fill that blank with your remembering concept. Then the true false questions are there. In true false question, you have to write either that statement is given is true or false. And maybe 1 marks question you are getting short answer type questions, and in that one you have to write 2 or 3 steps if the question is given. Then here in this presentation we are going to discuss some MCQ question, fill in the blanks question, true false question, short answer type questions also. And let us take with MCQ question. Here we have a question. The first question is root 7. What we know about root 7? Root 7 is an rational number or an irrational number. Then this we know it is an irrational number. And the options are given here: an integer, an irrational number, a rational number, none of these. If you know the answer, then mark a tick on that, on the correct answer, B. When you are giving the examination, then a box is given, in that box you have to tick. In front of these option a box is given there, and you have to mark a tick on the correct one. And let us take the second question. In the second question, the decimal expansion of the rational number 47 upon 2 raised to power 3 into 5 raised to power 2 will terminate after. This is clear. The denominator we are observing here 2 and 5. It means that definitely this fraction will terminate. And in this question we have to tell after how many places. Then we know the concept 2 raised to power m, 5 raised to power n. And if the values of m and n are equal, we are getting the product in terms of zeros. Means to get the number of zeros in the division, what we have to do in this question, we are getting the fraction as 47 upon 2 raised to power 3 5 square. Means we have to make this value as the denominator as 5 cube. To make it, we are multiplying and dividing by 5. And if you are doing this, then in the denominator, what we are getting? We are getting 2 raised to power 3 and 5 raised to power 3. What we are getting in the numerator, we are getting the product 47 into 5. And 47 into 5 we are getting 235. And now the denominator is in terms of 0 we are getting. 10 raised to power 3 we are getting, and in the numerator we are getting 235. Then 235 upon 1, 2, 3 zeros we are getting, and this we know it comes 0.235, means it will terminate after 3 places of decimal. Then no need to solve that complete question, I am solving this one to show you just. And what we have to observe, we have to make the degree of 2 and 5 equal, and to make it equal we have to multiply by 5. Then we are getting the degree as 2 raised to power 3 and 5 raised to power 3, means the degree we are getting 3. Exponent of 2 and 5 we are getting 3. It means that it must be terminate after 3 places of decimal. And the third question I am taking here, for some integer q, every odd integer is of the form. Every even integers are of the form, every odd integers are of the form. Every even integers are of the form 2q. And every odd integers are of the form 2q plus 1. This we remember. Then 2q plus 1 is the correct one. The fourth question is given, the product of 3 consecutive integers is divisible by what? Product of 3 consecutive integers. If you are taking any integer, suppose I am taking these 3 integers consecutive, 2, 3, 4, and the product of this is divisible by what? And what we are clearly observing, we are getting a factor here 6 into 4, and this value must be divisible by 6. If you are taking any other example, suppose I am taking this one 31, 32 and 33. This value must be divisible by 6. 6 can be written as 3 into 2. 33 is divisible by 3 and 32 is divisible by 2. It means that this value is divisible by 6. Means the correct answer is 6. What for the fifth? In fifth question, the product of 2 consecutive integer. Here we are taking just only 2 consecutive integer, means one you are taking n, then other one is n plus 1. Or you may take, if you are taking x, then the other one becomes x plus 1. And if you are solving this, you are getting x square plus x, means we are getting a square here. What we are observing, if we are taking the product of any 2 consecutive integers, suppose I am taking 2, 3, this value is divisible by 2 and also by 3. I am taking 3, 4, this value is also divisible by 3 and it is also divisible by 2. But if I am taking 4, 5, and this value is divisible by 2. What we are observing, in these consecutive integer, all the values are divisible by 2, means the correct answer is the product of 2 consecutive integer is divisible by 2 only. Then let us take one more question, and this one is fill in the blanks question. We have to fill the blank, and here I am taking the question as dash is neither prime nor composite. We are learning this question from class 5th. Dash is neither prime nor composite, and this we know 1 is a number. 1 is neither prime nor composite. The smallest prime number we know it is 2, and the smallest composite number is 4. 1 is neither prime nor composite, means the answer we are getting here 1. Now the second question, we are getting the product of these two. What we are observing, if we are multiplying these two, then we are getting a plus b into a minus b, and if you are solving that one, then you are getting 16 minus 18 means minus 2. Means if the question is the product of these two is dash number, minus 2, and minus 2 is a rational number, it is not irrational, we are writing rational number. In the answer we are getting as minus 2 and it is rational number. The third one we have Euclid division lemma is applicable to calculate only dash. And the answer we know very much, it is SCF. Euclid division lemma is applicable to calculate SCF only. This we have learnt in exercise first. In the fourth one we have difference of dash and dash. This question is from class 9th. Difference of dash and dash is always irrational. Then it is rational and irrational. Either you are writing the complete name or you may write the symbol assigned to that. And difference of rational and irrational is always irrational. Suppose I am taking a rational value as 2 and irrational value as root 2, and if you are adding these two, we are getting an irrational number. And if you are subtracting two irrational values, suppose I am subtracting these two, a rational and an irrational, then the complete value we are getting as an irrational value. Then the last one we have, if we express 0.9 bar as a rational number, then this question is also from class 9th concept. We are taking x is equal to 0.999 and so on. And if you are multiplying by 10, we are getting 10x is equal to 9.9999 and so on. And if you are subtracting these two equations, then we are getting 9x is equal to 9. 9 get cancel out and x equal to 1 we are getting. Then easily we are able to solve 1 marks question. Then what we are observing, if you express 0.9 bar as a rational number, then the answer is 1. Let us solve some true false question. SCF of two number is always a factor of their LCM, and this is the fact. If you are solving the questions and if you are gone through the practice of the questions of chapter first, what we are observing, SCF is always a factor of their LCM. It means that the answer is true. The second one is pi is an irrational number. Then this question is from class 9th. Yes, pi is an irrational number, and this one is also true. First one is true. The second one is true. Now we are on third question. Sum of two prime number is always a prime number. What we know, prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7. These are the prime numbers. And the question is sum of two prime numbers. Means any two prime number if you are adding, then we are getting a prime number or not. If you are adding 2 and 3, then yes, we are getting a prime number. But if you are adding 3 and 5, because these two are also prime number, then we are getting 8, and 8 is a composite number. What does it mean? It means that this statement is false. Sum of two prime number is not always a prime number. Sometimes we are getting prime number, but all the time we are not getting prime number. Let us take the fourth one. The product of any three consecutive natural number divisible by 6. This we have discussed in MCQ question also. Yes, the product of three consecutive number is divisible by 6. It means that the fourth one is also true. Then the last one we have two numbers can have 12 as their LCM and 350 is their SCF. What we know, SCF is factor of LCM. It means that it should be greater than LCM is should be greater than SCF, but here we are observing LCM we are getting 12 and SCF we are getting 350, and 350 is 12 is not a factor of 350. For this reason we are able to tell this statement is false. Let us solve some short answer type question. If you are getting in the examination 1 marks question also, these are: write the SCF of the smallest composite number and smallest prime number. What we know, the smallest prime number is 2 and the smallest composite number is 4, and if you are finding the SCF, then we are getting, if you are using the Euclid division lemma, then here we are getting the remainder 0. It means that 4 is written as 2 into 2 plus 0, means 2 is the SCF. The divisor is the SCF, means 2 is the SCF of these two. We are not able to write the answer directly when you are getting 1 marks question. We have to solve that question and then we have to write the answer. If the statement is given in the question, very short answer type question, means you have to write the answer. Let us take one more question. Here the question is 5 into 7 into 11 plus 7 is a composite number. Then we have to solve this. What we know, for solving these kinds of question, we are taking 7 common first, and if you are taking 7 common, then we are getting 5 into 11 plus 1 from the second term we are getting, and here we are getting the product as 7 into 56. What we know about composite number, the composite number has at least two factor, either 1 or the number itself. But what we are observing here, when we are making the prime factors, then we are getting this 7 into 56. 56 is also written as 8 into 7. Means we are getting the factors other than the 1 and the number itself. Means it has more than two factor. For this reason, this is a composite number. We have to show this. If you are not showing more than two factor, then you are not getting the marks. Let us take the last question. We have to find the LCM of A and B. If product of LCM we have to find between A and B. Product of A and B is 1800 and SCF is given 15. The product of the numbers A and B is given 1800 and the SCF is given 15, and we have to find the LCM between A and B. Then what we know? We know this relation, the product of two number is always equal to the product of their SCF and LCM. Then here we are just putting the value. SCF is given 15, LCM we have to find, product is given, and if you are taking 15 on the other side, then here we are observing 15 is in multiplication, we are getting this value in division, and if you are dividing these two on solving, we are getting the LCM as 120. Sai Ram to all.